Finviz is completely free, and its stock screener can hand you a shortlist of swing trade candidates in about 60 seconds, if you know which filters to touch. The problem is that when most people open the Finviz stock screener for the first time, they're staring at something like 80 different filters across 3 tabs, with no idea which ones actually matter. So they either change nothing, or they change everything, and end up with a list of 2,000 tickers that tells them absolutely nothing. So let's fix that. This is a complete swing trading screen, filter by filter, using only the free version of Finviz. Every setting, the exact value, and more importantly, why it's there. Copy this, and you'll have a repeatable list of candidates every single morning. Head to finviz.com, click Screener at the top, and then click the All tab so you can see every filter on one page instead of clicking between them. We'll build this in 3 layers. First, filters that remove the junk. Second, filters that find an actual trend. Third, filters that time the entry. Layer 1, Cleaning House. Start with market cap and set it to plus small, over 300 million. Here's the thinking. Anything smaller than that, the microcaps and nanocaps, can move violently on almost no volume. They're easy to manipulate, and the spreads can be brutal. As a swing trader, you're holding for days or weeks, so you need a company big enough that it isn't going to gap 30% on a single press release. Over 300 million keeps small, fast-moving names in play while cutting the genuinely dangerous stuff. Next, average volume. Set that to over 500,000. This is the single most underrated filter on the whole screener. Average volume tells you how many shares actually change hands on a normal day, and that determines whether you can get in and out at a fair price. Under 500,000 shares a day, your order starts to move the price against you, and getting out in a hurry becomes expensive. This one filter quietly protects your money more than any indicator will. Then price. Set to over $10. Below $10, behavior changes. You get wider percentage swings, more low-float games, and far more noise. It's not that cheap stocks can't work, it's that they're a different sport with different rules. For a clean swing trading list, over $10 keeps you in normal, well-behaved names. That's layer 1 done. Those 3 filters alone have taken you from every stock in the market down to a liquid, tradable universe. Layer 2. Finding a real trend. This is where the screener earns its keep, and it's just 3 moving average filters stacked on top of each other. Find the 200-day simple moving average filter and set it to price above the 200-day simple moving average. That's your long-term filter. If price is above its 200-day average, the stock is in a long-term uptrend. Full stop. You're now only looking at names where the big picture is working in your favor, instead of trying to catch a knife on the way down. Then the 50-day simple moving average filter, set that to price above the 50-day simple moving average. That's your intermediate trend. It confirms the stock isn't just above its long-term average by accident. The last couple of months have been strong too. And then the 20-day simple moving average, set to price above the 20-day simple moving average. That's short-term momentum. Price is above its recent average, which means buyers are in control right now, not just historically. When you stack all 3, you're demanding something quite specific, a stock that's trending up on the long term, the medium term, and the short term, all at the same time. Traders call that moving average alignment, and it's one of the simplest, most reliable definitions of a healthy trend there is. Your list just got dramatically shorter and dramatically better. Layer 3, timing the entry. Because here's the trap. If you stop at layer 2, your screener will happily hand you stocks that have already run 80% in a straight line and are due for a rest. Trending is good. Extended is dangerous. So find the relative strength index filter, the 14-period one, and set it to not overbought, less than 60. The relative strength index measures how stretched a move is on a scale of 0 to 100. Above 70, a stock is usually considered overbought and prone to a pullback. By filtering for under 60, you're deliberately asking for stocks that are trending up but have not yet gone parabolic, the ones with room left to run. Then add the 52-week high-low filter, set to 10% or more below high. This is the one that turns a good screen into a great one. It means the stock is in a confirmed uptrend, but has pulled back at least 10% off its recent high. In other words, you're not buying the top. You're finding strong stocks that are temporarily on sale, which is exactly what a swing trade is supposed to be. Finally, set performance to quarter up. This confirms the stock has been genuinely positive over the last 3 months, so you're not catching something that only looks strong because of one lucky week. And that's your screen. Market capitalization over 300 million. Average volume over 500,000. Price over $10. Price above the 20-day, 50-day, and 200-day simple moving averages. Relative strength index under 60, 10% or more below the 52-week high. And quarter up. Run it, and you'll typically land somewhere between 10 and 40 names. A genuinely workable list, instead of an unusable wall of tickers. Now, one absolutely critical point, and it's the mistake almost everyone makes. A screener output is not a buy list. Not even close. What that list actually gives you is a short list of stocks that meet your conditions. That's all. You still have to pull up each chart yourself, look at the structure, find your entry, and decide where your stop goes and where you're wrong. The screener does the searching. You still do the trading. People who skip that step and blindly buy the top result are, in effect, letting a filter make their decisions for them. A couple of ways to adapt it. If you'd rather buy strength than buy the dip, drop the 52-week filter and raise the relative strength index instead. If your account is smaller and you want more movement, lower the price filter to over $5. And if you get too few results, the first filter to loosen is always the 52-week one. It's the strictest of the bunch. Save it. 2. Once your filters are set, Finviz builds the whole thing into the web address in your browser bar, so just bookmark that page. Tomorrow morning, it's one click, and the list rebuilds itself with fresh data. And to be clear, because it matters, none of this guarantees a winning trade. A screener finds candidates that match your rules. It doesn't predict what price will do next, and plenty of names on that list will still go nowhere. This is education, not financial advice. So define your risk before you enter and test the screen yourself before you put real money behind it. If you want the settings written out along with the rest of the fundamentals, the free trading guide is linked in the description. Grab it. And next, once you've got your shortlist, the obvious question is what to actually do with those charts. So the next video walks through the exact setup to look for when one of these names finally pulls back into your zone. I'll see you there.